Well, here he is, the man of the moment. He's in a second successive UK final. And what about that 147 this afternoon? That was ridiculous. That must be one of your all-time memories of snooker.
Yeah, definitely much so. Before that, it was a strange game. I mean, none of us played really well, and then from nowhere, I seemed to make the 147. And to be fair, up until the green, it was more or less a perfect break. And then I under it the green to get on the bran, and after that, it seemed to be a lot of hard work.
What was going through your mind when you had to get down on the black? Because I think one of the reasons the crowd enjoyed it so much was that you were engaging them and laughing when you knew you were out of position. That was probably one of the hardest ways to finish a 147 that we've ever seen.
Yeah, it was. I mean, when I got on the black, I was thinking to myself, oh, not again, because I missed the last black against Mark King in China earlier on in the year. So I was thinking the black I was faced with obviously was a really tough shot, and I was thinking the chances of me getting it are probably not in my favour, but I managed to pull it off.
At what stage is the 55 grand going through your mind? Because it must occur to you at some stage.
Yeah, I mean, early doors in the break, I thought I had a good chance where the balls was, but at the end of the day, obviously, the way the match was going, I just thought to try and make sure of the frame. When I got to 80, and I'd already won the frame, and I was still going all black, so I carried on and obviously managed to hold myself together.
Can it actually be a little bit distracting through the course of a long match when you have a moment of brilliance like that? Is it quite difficult to focus on finishing the job and getting across the winning line into the final?
Yeah, it can be, but the fortunate thing for me was it was quite late on in the session, so we only had one more frame after that, so I could more or less like recuperate and go back to the hotel and sort of gather my thoughts and come back fresh for tonight.
Were you getting at all concerned when Ricky put a couple of frames together? He had some nice breaks over 50 and he was starting to loosen up a little bit. He was a little bit more fluid among the balls.
Yeah, he was. I mean, to be fair to Ricky, the last few breaks he had was off my mistakes. I mean, I probably got in first and had a chance and didn't really take my chances. And to be fair to Ricky, he obviously punished me for them. And he's the kind of player where when he does start going on one, he can reel off 3 or 4 frames in no time. So the next frame was quite clinical, really. I mean, I made a good break. If it goes 8-6, and then Ricky probably fancies the job.
Let's talk about this final. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. You're the defending champion. Robbo's the world #1, but that's a slot you can take from him if you win the match. It couldn't be better staged, could it, for an epic showdown?
No, I'm really looking forward to it. Obviously, I need to get myself up for that tomorrow. Neil's playing really well at the moment, and I can't really afford to make the mistakes I'm making at the minute because Neil will punish me and... Obviously, he takes his chances well, and he has been doing throughout the competition. So as long as I can cut out the unforced errors and get focused and play well, I think I've got every chance.
There are some parallels to your run last year because it took you a little while to get going in last year's tournament, and then you went on to win it.
Yeah, so hopefully, I mean, obviously it'd be great if I do the same thing. It's always nice to play good snooker. But at the end of the day, obviously, I'm still in the tournament. I'd rather still be in the tournament than the final, playing the way I've played, rather than play fantastic snooker and be sitting at home watching the final.
And is it at all in your mind that you'd be the first guy since Stephen Hendry 17 years ago to successfully defend the title, or is that not something you'll think about until you've potted a winning ball?
No, I mean, it won't be. It would be great, obviously, to win the final again against Neil and be in that bracket with Stephen Hendry if I did win, but obviously there's a long way to go yet. It's first to 10 and Neil's a tough player.
Well, get some rest tonight. We can't wait for that final.
Thank you very much.
I am a champion.